Superior Athlete of the Week is presented by Superior Builders, specializing in post-frame buildings, a dedicated sponsor of high school athletics. This week's Superior Athlete is Brayden Steffens of Wahpeton basketball, joining Robert Wanek Jr. in studio.
8 to shoot now. Brayden Steffens with 6. Steffens with 4. Steffens drives inside, scoops it up and in. Brayden Steffens finishes.
We have Wahpeton sophomore Brayden Steffens. Only a sophomore, but already a household name in North Dakota high school basketball. So let's jump right into it, Brayden. Last year it was lots of mid-range jumpers, which that was kind of your money ball there. And seems like teams took notice of that, and you're taking a lot of advantage of the drives now, shooting 5.5 free throws per game, shooting almost 80% from there. Is that something that you worked on?
Yeah, I guess I want to be a drive-first player because obviously it's easier to shoot a layup than a shot, but if they're going to let me shoot, I'm going to shoot it. And yeah.
The border battle game, you've kind of been the Breck killer there in the border battle game. A couple thousand people there, and that's when you're having your best games.
A lot of energy and so many people there. So it's also fun because you know some of the people from Breck, so you know who you're going against, and just a fun competitive game. And it was awesome when that game I had last year, 15 points as a freshman, was pretty special.
I wanted to ask you, who are some of the influences on your game? Maybe like a former Husky or maybe a couple NBA players. Like, is there anybody that you kind of draw influence from?
Well, since I've been younger, I've watched Kyrie Irving a lot. I guess I like the way he plays overall, his ball handling, and I can say I model my game off that pretty well.
Tell me a little bit about the relationship with you and your dad. I've seen you guys at the science school games since you were, a lot smaller than you are now. Just kind of always with each other there. Has he been part of your development? What role has he played?
Yeah, he's pretty much been my coach. He has the keys to the gym, so I guess I can go anytime I want. And he talks to me after the games, before the games, getting my head right, tell me what to work on. Yeah, he's pretty much my best coach.
And when it comes to being a student athlete and we get to the student part, what are some of the subjects, I guess, some of the aspects you like about education in Wahpeton? Like, as far as school goes, what are some of the things that you enjoy about that?
I'd say I'm pretty good at math. I guess that's like my main subject I'm good at. But I like to just keep my grades up and try my best at like everything. So I'd say I'm pretty good all around in school.
So you're only a sophomore. You're averaging 14.7 points, 4.5 rebounds, 3 assists, almost 2 steals a game. Have you thought about playing college sports, or are we way too far ahead of that? Where are you at? Everybody's timeline's a little bit different there.
Well, I'd like to play college sport, whether it's football, basketball, baseball. So whatever team wants me, I'd play for them.
What do you think are the things you have to do for Wahpeton to be a dangerous team in the playoffs?
Well, to beat like teams like Kindred, we're going to have to really focus before games, and we're going to have to shoot a lot, go shooting in the morning, work on our defense even more, and just stay in condition so when time comes, we can beat them.
So talking about the Northern Cass go-ahead layup. So you drove left, finished with your right hand. Can you just take me through when you get the ball back at the top of the key, how does that play kind of like unfold in front of you?
Well, my mindset is I know I'm one of the only people on the team that can get a bucket anywhere on the court. So I just try to, based off the defender, I just try to see what he does. So I end up going left, and then he was taller than me, so he stayed above me, and I try to go under him and scooped it up with the right hand.
So without giving too much of the sauce on the moves and stuff, everything is streamed nowadays anyways, and with film share, teams can pretty much do their homework. But if you could name like 2 or 3 go-to moves that you feel are your strong points, what would those be?
I'd say jab right and go left pull-up jumper. I've done that plenty of times. And then I like doing my big crossover. I feel like it works 95% of the time, like the Allen Iverson crossover. So I can go anywhere from that, shoot it or pass it, drive, anything.
The next couple of years, just overall as a player, you have just a finite amount of time that you're going to play high school basketball. What would you like to accomplish if a few things come to mind?
Well, I think by next year I'd like to be averaging more than 20 points a game or somewhere around there and get basically all my stats up on averaging. Hopefully we can keep like having a good record like we are this year as a team in the next few years and becoming a more leader, and when I'm older as a senior, helping the younger underclassmen get better.
Well, there you have it. Wahpeton Huskies winning a lot of ball games this year. Brayden Steffens scoring buckets in bunches.
Superior Athlete of the Week is presented by Superior Builders, specializing in post-frame buildings, a dedicated sponsor of high school athletics. This week's Superior Athlete is Brayden Steffens of Wahpeton Basketball, joining Robert Wanek Jr. in studio.